Hey Barflies, welcome back to another episode of Behind the Bar Liquor Reviews. Tonight, we've got cat poop coffee. Our buddy John brought this one, and I'll let him give you a little bit of background on it and the cost and all that fun stuff.
So this is the most expensive coffee in the world. If you're in Singapore and you want a cup of this, it's $50 a cup, American. I was lucky enough to have some friends who live over in Hong Kong, and they spent 2 weeks in Vietnam before coming back to the States for the summer. So they picked me up a little bag of this, and I know they paid a ton for it. It generally sells for like $1,800 a pound, $1,700 a pound for this coffee. Yeah, it's nuts, dude. So basically, there's this cat over there. You said it's a civet cat?
Civet. That's how I've heard it said.
So I've heard it kivet, but civet works. It makes sense. That's how it's spelled. And it's this little weasel-looking thing that eats these specific coffee beans with the actual fruit of the coffee bean still on it, digests the coffee bean, and then poops out the bean itself. And there's people that make a living by sifting through this cat poop and picking out the coffee beans. So there's not much of it. It's hard to get. It's just goes through that whole weird process.
I got a business idea for after this, but I'm talking about that off camera, guys.
So, I mean, it's...
Why don't you pour it up and
let's do
Let's
it.
just go with
a shot.
I'm intrigued. If someone would pay me to eat a fruit, essentially,
And
poop it out, I feel bad for the sifter. I hope they're getting paid a livable wage, which we're all pretty sure they're not.
Yeah.
It's a different smell. It's very nutty.
Tastes a bit nutty.
I know you weren't trying to make a joke, because I agree with you. It almost tastes like it smells like hazelnut coffee without creamer, and I usually would have some hazelnut creamer in here. It smells delightful.
It really is.
There's almost like a burnt popcorn smell.
There's something burnt in it. I don't
Well,
know.
it's a pretty heavy roast coffee, so that you're probably getting that. But it does. It's that crazy, like, nuttiness.
There's a nutty but burnt popcorn smell going on. The more I smell it, the more aroma I'm getting off. Different aromas.
I'm going to take a sip.
Cat poop cheer? Okay,
I guess we're going to... John was started because he loves his poop. But here we go.
A floaty in my cup.
A cat hair floaty?
Poops away.
Dude, that's good coffee.
So I don't drink coffee straight. Ever. I could drink a whole pot of this.
It's very smooth.
It is so
It's
smooth.
so smooth. There's, I 9 times out of 10 I drink my coffee black. Once a week I'll put something in it just to change the flavor of it. And this, there's no bitterness to it. It's super smooth. That burnt nutty popcorn scent does not translate to the flavor.
No, you know what I'll call it? I call it poopalicious.
It's poopalicious.
It is very poopalicious.
It's like a creamy coffee without the bitterness.
God, how does that sound?
When you eat one of those coffee candies, like the ones that melt in your mouth, that's what it's like. There's no bitterness to those. It's like
It's just a Snickers.
it just kind of melts.
The unfortunate thing is I can't afford to just make this on the regular, so this is only the second time I've consumed it since I got it in the beginning of the summer.
It's phenomenal.
I just want to smell the raw beans.
Please, go for it.
Oh,
Let me get in there.
totally different aroma.
It's like once it processes, you get a different flavor. I'm giving it a 10. I've never had coffee like this, and I never drink my coffee black, so I'm not a purist with coffee. Mm-hmm. But that is... Wow.
Yeah, it's
coffee.
really good,
Who would have thunk it?
That's great. That's amazing.
What do you think?
And you're a coffee guy. Like, I'm not a huge coffee guy.
I'll give it I'm torn. I want to say 10, but I don't want to give it a 10. But I've never had anything like this before.
You never will again. It's that expensive.
It's a 10. It's a 10.
I'll give it a 10. Again, we're grading it as a coffee. That's the best coffee I've ever had.
Ever had.
It's smooth, it's creamy, it's not bitter, but I like that bitter flavor. So I'm kind of missing the bitter,
I'm a guy who puts
But-
creamer in all his coffee, and this tastes
True.
like it almost has creamer in it, and it's black coffee.
That's exactly what it tastes like. It tastes like someone put the creamer in it.
Yeah, it's got a crazy mouthfeel to it. Like
Yeah.
the texture of it is completely not coffee.
So what I'm basically hearing from all of us is we like poop.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to take it, but this is the best coffee I've ever had.
I'm gonna buy a civet cat and then just feed it.
I am into scatological coffee.
Ew. I don't like how that came out.
There was no way to like it.
No. It makes me like this less. I give it a 9.
Despite his comments, I'm still
I'm
giving
still
it
at
a 10.
That's really
Yeah,
good.
it's amazing.
Wow.
Have any of our barflies ever had the opportunity to have this before? Because
And Susie, when you come back next
Wow.
year, please more if
We'll
possible. It's really good.
yeah, let us know in the comments below if you've ever had it. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Thumbs down if you didn't like it. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Instagram, Facebook, merch store, cat poop coffee. I got nothing. That was
That's awesome.
delightful. I highly recommend you go out and buy some if you have access to it and can afford to buy it.
Just be careful. There's a lot of fake stuff out there, so you want stuff with certain stamps on it, like these guys. This blue stamp. So there's certain things you got to look for to find it.
This is the official stamp of poop coffee.
They have to certify it all because it's so
Nice.
it's so easy to, counterfeit.
Right.
It's just coffee, otherwise,
All right, barflies. We'll see you next time. Cheers.
That's it.